truly understand the present, we must look back with an open and inquisitive mind. History is not just a collection of dates and events, it's a living thread that weaves through our lives, shaping our beliefs and experiences. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, may seem distant, but its impact continues to ripple through time, influencing not only national consciousness but also personal stories. This investigative journey will explore how seemingly unrelated events, codes, and tragedies are interconnected, challenging the notion that history is ever truly settled. Let's begin by examining the evidence that invites us to reconsider what we think we know. Our first exhibit presents two powerful images: the Warren Commission, established by President Lyndon B. Johnson to investigate JFK's assassination, and a World War II photograph featuring W. Averell Harriman with Winston Churchill and Vyacheslav Molotov. These images, though from different eras, mirror each other in composition and symbolism. Both are linked by the mysterious 6240 code, a marker that surfaces repeatedly in the investigation and is even connected to the 9/11 tragedy. This visual parallel suggests that history often repeats itself, sometimes in ways that are hidden in plain sight. The significance of these codes and their recurrence will become clearer as we move forward. Moving to Exhibit B, we encounter a frame from the 1955 film Killer's Kiss. At first glance, it's just a movie still, but a closer look reveals a mannequin's head resembling John F. Kennedy. The scene eerily mirrors the fate of John Simon's father, who was shot in the neck, just like the actor in the frame. Connections don't end there. Date calculations between the film's release, JFK's assassination, and Simon's own life events reveal patterns and codes, such as the number 1955 representing all clear. These statistical relationships suggest a deeper, perhaps coded narrative running through both public and personal tragedies. Numbers often hold more meaning than we realize. By calculating the days between significant dates, such as Simon's birthday, the release of Killer's Kiss, and other pivotal moments, patterns begin to emerge. For example, the calculation from September 21, 1955 to August 21, 2000 results in 16,406 days, which can be reinterpreted as 6241, echoing the mysterious code seen earlier. These calculations are not just mathematical curiosities, they suggest intentional or fateful links between historical events and personal milestones. As we continue, keep an eye on how these numbers resurface, weaving a complex web of connections. Exhibit C brings us the theatrical release poster for Killer's Kiss, directed by Stanley Kubrick. This image is more than just a piece of film history, it's a visual artifact that ties together the themes of fate, tragedy, and coded messages. The poster itself becomes a symbol, representing the intersection of art, history, and personal narrative. Kubrick's work is known for its layers of meaning, and here, the poster stands as a testament to the idea that the stories we tell on screen can reflect and even predict the realities we face. The connections between film, history, and personal experience grow ever more intriguing. Investigation takes a deeply personal turn with Exhibit D, focusing on the case of State of West Virginia v. David Lee Grimm. This legal battle centers on the shooting of John Simon's father in 1969 and the subsequent appeal by the defendant. The courtroom becomes a stage where personal loss and public justice intersect. This tragedy is not isolated, it's part of the larger tapestry of events and codes we've been exploring. Legal documents and proceedings serve as reminders that history is not just about distant figures, but about real people and families whose lives are forever changed. Exhibit E delves into the official response to JFK's assassination, Executive Order 11,130, signed on November 29, 1963, which established the Warren Commission. The exhibit also draws connections to the Bush-Gore election on November 7, 2000, using date calculations that yield the number 13,494, interpreted as 9/11/1. The involvement of President Ford in the Warren Commission and the personal details of Simon's birthplace further tie together historical and personal narratives. Even the founding date of Ford Motor Company and the signatures on the executive order are woven into this intricate web, reinforcing the recurring presence of the 6240 code. Throughout this investigation, one theme stands out: the power of patterns. Whether in dates, numbers, or images, patterns emerge that connect the past to the present in unexpected ways. These patterns challenge us to look beyond surface explanations and consider the possibility of deeper meanings. Are these connections mere coincidence, or do they point to something more intentional? By examining the evidence with a critical yet open mind, we can begin to see history not as a series of isolated events, but as a complex, interconnected story that continues to unfold. As we conclude this investigative journey, it's clear that history is far from settled. The assassination of JFK, the tragedies that followed, and the codes and patterns uncovered along the way all invite us to rethink what we know. By connecting personal stories to national events, and by decoding the hidden messages in dates and documents, we gain a deeper understanding of how the past shapes our present. The search for truth is ongoing, and the threads of history continue to weave through our lives, urging us to look closer and question more. The story is never truly over, it's up to us to keep investigating.